Congratulations, 2015 STAR students and teachers. We salute your accomplishments. Well done. I was a STAR student from West Point High School in that program's first year. Think about that. This is a 50-year celebration, but that first STAR class was 1966. Now, I know we have some good math people here, and it's 66, 2015. That was only 49 years ago. Actually, I think some of us might have given the MEC a bad grade in math here, but we will give them the benefit of the doubt. This is the 50th STAR class, so. And it turns out the MEC board had approved a plan to establish a student-teacher achievement recognition program at the end of 1965 to be implemented with the first class in spring '66. The program was designed to promote scholastic achievement and honor the teaching profession. Since that time, the STAR program has recognized over 20,000 STAR students and STAR teachers combined. Things have changed a bit since 1966 or 65. There was no trip to Jackson or luncheon back then, and more significantly, no scholarships. Now the Kelly Jean Cook Senior Foundation provides funds for the program to award 20 scholarships each year. And while I attended a great college here in Jackson, fellow alum Reeves, it is okay to praise Millsaps a little from here, isn't it? I understand also a good school up in Starkville has announced a scholarship program for all STAR students who enroll there. And certainly receiving the STAR honor may help with other scholarships. Just the other day I looked at a list of the people who were in that first class. There were, I think, 137 schools participating. And I only recognized 2 names of that, other than my own. It turns out the 3 of us who were awarded Millsaps College's top scholarship were STAR students that year. So maybe it did help a little bit, even back then. But one thing has remained the same down through the years: the opportunity for each STAR student to recognize a special teacher. My STAR teacher was Elizabeth Miller, Miss Elizabeth as everyone called her. Miss Elizabeth devoted her life to teaching, and she influenced all of us that were in her care. Now, different teachers impress us and influence us in different ways. Miss Elizabeth gave her students some of the greatest gifts of all, I thought: her love of learning and her love and concern for our language and literature. She made a lasting impression on many of us. I didn't stay in touch or tell her thank you as often as I should have. I'm sure you students will do much better over the years. And in my last letter to her, that was 20 years after I graduated. Now, for you students, letters are things that we wrote a lot more of back then, before email and texting. Just, you can ask your parents and consult others. But some years after that last letter, I received a large envelope from Miss Elizabeth's grandniece in Georgia. She had been going through her late aunt's belongings. She had recently died. In the envelope were all of the articles, letters, and photographs relating to our award. Miss Elizabeth had saved everything, including her thank you letters to me and the MEC and MEC's reply. This honor does and should mean a lot to the teachers. The teachers are selected, and this is a very special honor for the teachers. I want to say a few words about the importance of the Mississippi Economic Council, if I could, for a minute, because they got this started. The MEC has been important to good government and education in Mississippi. They have been an especially powerful advocate for education in our state, and that's from the days of This may not mean much to me, these people. There was Bob Pittman, who for so long headed the MEC and made it a progressive and good force in the state, to Blake Wilson, who came in about 1998 to head the MEC. MEC's support for education has been long-standing. From MEC President Jack Reed's strong stand for public education in the early to mid-1960s, when some others were calling for abandoning the public schools, to the MEC's thoughtful and continued push for school consolidation and the appointment of superintendents, to the MEC's repeatedly making raising teacher pay a top priority, to the MEC's resisting cries of no new taxes or tax cuts for those who don't really need it, when yielding to those cries would likely have meant shortchanging education, workforce training, and health care. To MEC stressing the need for the highest priority funding for all levels of education, from K through 12 through the state colleges and universities, including the need to fully fund the Mississippi Adequate Education Program, MAEP. MEC even raised money for public schools, together with MEC's partner, the Public Education Forum. In 2001-2002, they raised together $2.5 million to help put an internet-wired computer in every classroom, over 6,000 computers. Now, it may not seem like a lot at the moment, but at the time, that was a significant initiative led by MEC. The MEC and many of our state citizens have done their part, but we all know we've fallen short. We have not achieved some of these goals. We still need to get teacher salaries up to the regional and national averages. We have to do that. With the Mississippi Adequate Education Program, in only 2 of the 18 years that has been the law have we fully funded it. We can do better than that. We need to change. And there are still important reforms that have been proposed in the legislature but have not been enacted into law. We can do better in Mississippi. You STAR students and STAR teachers can play a part. I ask you to keep in mind, as others have mentioned, the possibility of staying or returning to help when you have completed your education. I know my Chicago wife is out there. We met while I was practicing in Chicago, and I felt at some point, a few years after that, a need, this feeling I think I had left here. There are things that can be done. There are things that need to be done, and we can help do them. So keep that in mind wherever you're going to school, whether it's staying in state or coming back. Mississippi needs your good minds and fresh ideas. For the teachers, included in one of the letters to my STAR teacher in her collection was a special quote from Henry Adams that we should all remember. A teacher affects eternity. She can never tell where her influence stops. A teacher affects eternity. She or he can never tell where her influence stops. Influential, inspiring STAR teachers, we thank you all. Thank you.